Uh, here we are, man, back in live in full effect for another episode of the APF podcast, episode 113, NBA Finals edition. It is I, the most phenomenal man that shocked the system, aka the coach.
Man, it's your boy going forward. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday, enjoying the rest of your weekend, and let's get into this special edition.
So, as we watched games 1 and 2, and I it I at first I was like, okay, this might be a decent series, but then as we watched, the Milwaukee Bucks have got the ass literally blown out both games by 10 plus. And Skip has said it for the longest that this team knows how to lose. When they lose big, and when they win big. It's always something about them that they can never be consistent. And moving on to the second part of the title is about the Bucks. And I said this before yesterday. Chris Middleton is a good player overall, but he is very inconsistent when it comes down to to take games very serious when they need to take games serious. He scored 29 in the first game, and they lost by like 13 or something. And he was the leading scorer. He was the leading scorer for that game. Then they turn on game two. Giannis scores 42. Drew Holiday scores 17, and Chris Middleton scores 11. Now they first I don't now Chris Middleton is very inconsistent throughout these playoffs. He will have a good game and have a bad game. Drew Holiday will have a good game and then he'll have an off game. And that second game proved that even when Giannis tried his ass off, played like 40 minutes and got no help from his backup. So I don't know what they gotta do. They just to me at this rate they're gonna get swept if they keep playing like this. I'm
Yeah.
just put that out there.
Yeah. Well, what they need to do is you gotta have at least two of them to play well on the same night. Chris Middleton gets 29 points. 29 points in the first game. Now, I think he did not play well throughout the beginning, the first three quarters of game one, but he played well in the fourth. But Giannis only gets 20 points. Yeah, he has 70 rebounds, but let's be honest, rebounding is important, but not as important as scoring. And he only scored 20 points on 11 shots. So clearly, what did he do? Well, he doubled his shot attempts and he doubled his scoring output. He went 42 points. What was it? 42 points. I have it here. 12 was it? 12 rebounds? Something.
Yeah, he got
Uh,
12 rebounds.
yeah, 42 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. I mean, he did a lot. But why did they lose that game? Well, number one thing was Phoenix made 23 pointers, 20 on 40. That's 50%. Okay, that was part of it. Every time the Bucks would get down to 6 to 8 to 9, Phoenix will get it back up to 9, 10, 12, or even 13, depending on when they made the three. That's number one. Number two is the Holiday and Middleton effect. They went 12 of 37, 32% from the field last game. Yeah, okay, compared to the guys in the Suns. Devin Booker scored 31 points. He hit 7 of 12 threes. Chris Paul gave you 23 points. And also they got Mikal Bridges with 27 points, making wasn't 8 or 9 free throws, a couple 3-pointers. So they got help from a lot of guys on the Suns. Well, the Bucks go through their top three guys. And if two of the three are not playing well, they're going to lose. We saw this in game one against the Hawks. We saw in the in the Nets series, and we're seeing it now. If they want to win this series, those guys, Middleton Hall, they got to combine for at least mid 45 to 50% to have a good chance. Because Giannis played the best he's probably going to play all series, probably the peak of how he's going to play, and they lost. So obviously they're going to need those two guys to follow. That's one.
I mean,
Number two,
I don't think I don't think they're gonna combine for 50%. That's like
well,
out of
there
their
is
reach.
I would say the guy combined for at least 45 to 50. I mean, you can't shoot 32% from there. Plus,
Oh yeah, and,
Middleton
he,
shot.
and he's like 14% from 3-point range in the finals so far.
Yeah, I mean, they shot 37 shots. Middleton shot 21, and Holiday shot 16. You got to make more than 12 shots, at least 40%, maybe 40, 45, based on the amount of shots they took. Those guys are going to need to make more shots. The next thing also is their defense was actually their defense is actually pretty good. Phoenix only shot around 50%, which is not great by their standards, but this is the playoffs, so it's going to be a lot harder to score. But they're going to have to play some better defense in that way. I think they're going to need to have some guys make some key shots. I think Collins had 14 points, in the game. Lopez has got to give you some more scoring, but it's very hard for him to score because you have those three guys there. And plus, Phoenix did not have DeAndre Ayton there helping them score points. He only had 11 points and 10 rebounds. Or, no, I'm sorry, 10 points and 11 rebounds. It was Mikal Bridges who was the third guy. So, to me, I think it's very simple. The Bucks are going to have to – Holiday and Middleton have got to show up if they want to win the game. If they don't do that, and the Suns shoot – remember, the Suns won game one not shooting the three well. They won game two shooting the three well. So, they've shown that you can beat this team without shooting the three well. So, Holiday and Middleton have got to make shots. Holiday should really try and get more inside. He shot too many threes, too many jump shots. He's not a great jump shooting guy. He should really go inside more, post up their guards, because all they play is Cameron Payne and Chris Paul. So he should be trying to post them up, or at least drive.
He should be using his sides to the advantage, but that's not the case.
Yeah,
and they're free. If you look at the free throws for Bucks, Giannis is only that got fouled. Really, he's the only that got fouled. Nobody else was going to the line, and he was like majority of the team's points from the line. So that lets me know that no one else is trying to get any kind of fouls or at the free throw line, get easy points, and they were just content with just shooting outside jumpers all day. That's literally what happened.
Yeah, they're gonna need those guys. Gotta have to get better shots. And they did try. They played better defense this game. Didn't allow those guys to get the mid-range shots they were getting. But Devin Booker had such a streaky three-point shooting game. I mean, that was so important for the Suns in themselves to win this game. Because I will say this, the Bucks did continue to come back from 13-15 down and made it the game. But Devin Booker kept making critical threes. He made 3 critical threes when they were single digits to keep them ahead. And at the end of the game, Milwaukee turned the ball over and were unable to get good offense. And Giannis did score 10 points in the fourth, 8 points in the last 5 minutes, but that's not enough points, especially with the help he's not getting. So he will have to do better. I think in game 3, the Bucks will win. We're going to get a better game from Middleton. I don't trust Holiday. If you look at the numbers, if you go and look through his entire playoff run this playoff season, he has not been particularly well. So you really can't believe in him giving you anything consistent because he's been even more inconsistent than the other guy, Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton has been at least semi-inconsistent. He's going to have to be consistent these next games or they will get swept. They will continue a drought of no final games won in what I think is like 40, 50 years. It will be 50 years in 3 years. But they haven't won a playoff of NBA Finals game in 47 years. And it may continue if Giannis doesn't get any help. Giannis is giving you these.
No. I think he's going to continue right now. I think that streak is going to continue the way it's going if they don't shape up.
Yeah. When you watch the game, Phoenix is better because Phoenix can go on these runs and run it up. But Milwaukee's just there's a point where they get close, like 6 points, 5 points, and Phoenix has more shot makers. They've got 2 of them. The Bucks have 1, and it's Chris Middleton. It's not really Giannis. Giannis has the one fadeaway jump shot, which I think he should use some more in the post. But they really don't have the guy. Middleton is it, but he's not consistent enough to be that. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, they've got their shots. They have their counters that allow them to get whatever shot they want. And that is what's really winning the series for them. And I think what's going to win them the series anyways. I think they're winning at 5. So I'm picking to win game 3. The Bucks.
I think I think from what I've seen, I think the Phoenix Suns are going to. I'm not gonna say easily because even though they did blow them up by 10 points each in the both games, I'll say they're gonna have some trouble. But I think they're going to get the job done in Game 3. I mean, and then Drake Crowder the first game he had like 1 point. He had took 8 shots, 5 of them were from 3, missed all 5 of them, and he he's not really somebody that's like those 8 shots that he missed weren't really effective or a factor because he's not like the prime time guy that you like. Okay, he's the reason why the Phoenix didn't get a big lead. No one really cares, or no one really like what you call. He's not the prime factor. Now if Devin Booker had that similar game, then okay, then be like okay, yeah, we need him to make 2 8 shots and miss all of them, and then they could lose the game. But I say that they got to get in the lab and they got to once again look at what they're doing wrong because you can't have your best player drop 42 and your so-called second best player drop like 11 and then your third best 17. And I also seen Kendrick Perkins said that this Milwaukee Bucks team is like the dumbest team in NBA Finals history. I was like, oh man.
Okay, well, did you listen to the explanation for he called them the dumbest team in NBA Finals team ever?
I mean, I didn't because I'm looking at him like why is he talking like no one respects this man. No one respects this man. Like, what does he know?
All I will say is like a lot of people have the issue that they're big and they don't go inside. Well, I have always said they're really a 3-point shooting team. Their big really shoots threes. Middleton shoots threes. They've got Bryn Forbes and Pat Connaughton. All they do is shoot threes. Really, that's what the team is. So, are they dumb? Yeah, because I think sometimes they should just give the ball to Lopez and let him body up, Ayton, because Lopez is near 300 pounds. He's 7 foot, and he's got a good clutch around the rim. But because of Giannis and all that, he is outside, out on the perimeter, just shooting threes, spacing the floor. He made threes last night, yes, but they should, I think, use him a little bit more. I think Holiday should post him more. But yeah, they're not the dumbest team in NBA Finals history. I don't think you can be a dumb team in the NBA Finals because I don't think they're doing anything dumb per se. Just the issue is they're not getting easy shots, and the only person who's getting good shots really is Giannis. If you look at Chris Middleton, who shot 21 shots last night, a lot of his shots were pretty contested. Maybe he should go some more into the post. He is isn't he 6'7"?
Yeah, he's
6'7". He should shoot over Devin Booker a little bit. 2 inches matter in high level competition. Being taller than somebody matters. You've seen, Giannis is around the same height as, Ayton, but because he has super long arms, he can just shoot over Ayton and make shots. So I think Middleton should work more in the post. And for sure, Holiday should stop shooting so many threes, so many jump shots. He needs to get Chris Paul in the post. Chris Paul can't handle him there. As I saw one play where Chris Paul does the old, pull the chair out of somebody thing because he knows he cannot physically deal with Drew Holiday. So I think they're playing not the best way. They should be going much more inside rather than shooting all these outside shots. But When you've always been a 3-point shooting team, you look at the numbers in the regular season, top 5 in 3-point shots per game, probably top 5 in makes, top 5 in percentage. That's what they are. And so, they got this far doing it. Why not continue?
Sure, why not continue getting clocked in the ass by Phoenix? Shit.
Well, listen, but Phoenix did. The game was close. Now, was the game ever
Yeah, it
in doubt?
was. Yeah.
The game may have never been in doubt, but it was a close game. And yes, did Phoenix dominate? But Phoenix did make 40%, 50% of 43s. I mean, that was a lot of threes they made, and a lot of those threes came when they got it under 7 points or 8 points, let's say. A lot of those threes were very, very specific. You had Torrey Craig making threes. You had Chris Paul made some three late in the fourth, middle of the fourth, off a pass by the baseline, and he shot it and made it. I mean, that was the type of night Milwaukee had. And I know Mikal Bridges, in his postgame conference, said that Devin Booker melted him down. Well, yeah, probably he did, because they would get back into the game, and then Devin Booker make a three, he'll make another three, he'll make a sidestep three, and just kept the lead there. And then Milwaukee would miss, they go back down, score against double digits. So yeah, after a while that does melt down a team, because you fight so much and you keep losing ground, and you feel like you haven't done anything. So yeah, Milwaukee, they're in trouble. Phoenix doesn't think that they can hang with them at all, but I do think they can, because Giannis is unstoppable. I don't know how much more aggressive Giannis is going to have to be. He was pretty aggressive scoring the ball last game, and it didn't
I
matter.
think he's not to be aggressive to the point where LeBron had to drop 51 by himself.
Sorry,
That's the kind of aggressiveness he will probably have to go just to win one game.
yeah,
He will have to put on an Allen Iverson game 1 performance against Kobe and Shaq.
yeah. But
That's what he's
Iverson scored 41, or he scored 48.
He scored 48, and they went into overtime.
Yeah, well, Giannis scored 42, and he didn't go to overtime. So that tells me he'll have had to score 50
That 42
something.
was like an out of reach 42. The Suns had the lead and had the big lead the entire game.
Yeah. It kind of. I kind of thought it was.
Those 2 games, so.
I mean, he got half of those points in the third quarter, and they were still down by double digits at the end. So it kind of was. It kind of spelled, this may not be their game. So we'll see about what they do. But yeah, we got game 3 on Sunday. They're getting 2 days break between these games, so that's going to help heal up guys. It's going to probably make the games a lot better. We'll see how Giannis will feel. He did fall down a couple of times. Was grabbing his knee, so these games are going to be important. They're probably doing around the clock treatment for that knee. So hopefully he'll go fine. Chris Paul banged his wrist. As we know, he has a torn ligament in his wrist. So we'll see. Maybe the extra day will help him, and also the treatment. But yeah, you have to see where they go for the next game in terms of how much better Milwaukee can really play. I don't think they can play better.
I don't know how much better they can be. To be honest, I don't see. I don't know how much how better they can elevate their game.
Yeah,
you got PJ Tucker shooting corner threes, and you all know how that goes. He used to make them hoes in Houston. He come to Milwaukee, a team that doesn't shoot threes. He'd be bricking all of them.
Yeah, it felt like for the last 2-3 years, PJ Tucker be shooting all these corner threes, and he just misses them. So it's like I was like, this guy's not a corner god anymore. He's just, you hope he makes.
He used to be one.
Yeah, he was. He would make the most because that's all he would shoot, especially in Houston. But these last couple of years, whenever I watch a game from him, he doesn't make any. He ends up scoring barely any points. I'm like, man, You scored no points, and then you missed the shots you missed. You played these crazy minutes.
I
Then
swear
he's like,
he literally plays like 30 minutes a game, and he doesn't do much on the court other than play defense. Like the first game, he had like a negative 14.
yeah, he's an offensive liability. Excuse me, he's an offensive liability because he can't drive. He can't do anything else except shoot corner threes. He can do a little drive. I've seen him do a little bit of a floater, but he can't. He doesn't. He just can't do enough. But they need him there because he's their best defender outside of the other three. Like when they start the game, they have four competent defenders, but he's the most weakest link. And I was like, damn, he shoot that. He's like Jay Crowder. You know how I feel about Jay Crowder.
Oh yeah, Jay
Crowder's
Crowder's the same thing.
Yeah, he's super streaky. He can have a game here, may not have another good game for 2 games in terms of shooting the ball, but he can play defense well. But at least he shows me, he can give me a game. I mean, PJ Tucker has not given a game for Milwaukee at all. Not even a double-digit scoring. But I would like to talk about Skip and his obsession with believing that if Milwaukee didn't have Giannis, that they would be a better team.
No.
Yeah. Now, is he correct or is he right?
No.
Well,
No.
yeah. Now, we obviously think that he's wrong because it makes no sense.
Yes.
They were 6-5 in the regular season, as I read. The only thing you can take away from some of these shows are they do say facts. I will give them that. And the fact was they were 6-5 in the regular season without him. Yes, they beat Atlanta 2 games out of the 3 games they played without Giannis. Now, one of those games was with Trae Young, but Trae Young was hampered. And Atlanta, they're not the best defensive team in the first place. But let's be honest. Without Giannis, that game was not close last night. You look how those guys shot. Look how Middleton and Holiday shot. That game was very close. We've seen those games where they shot that bad. They shot that bad game 5 against Atlanta in the Eastern Conference Finals. They got blown out. Middleton actually, I think, played well. Holiday did play. They actually played well, but they still got blown out. Okay, so you're going to need Giannis to help them out. Plus, this nonsense that with Giannis, those 2 guys are less aggressive. Well, that's a joke because Middleton shot 1 less shot than Giannis, and Holiday shot 16 shots. He shot 9 in the first quarter, missed all of them, missed his first 14 shots. So
first 14?
Yeah. He was 0 of 9 in the first and 0 of 5 in the second quarter.
Damn.
So he missed his first 14 shots. He was very, very aggressive. But again, Giannis needs to be there. The only reason that game got anywhere near close was because Giannis kept scoring all those points. Giannis helps.
He was being aggressive like how he's supposed to be.
Yeah, being aggressive. He was telling him, give me the ball. There was one play where when they slowed down, Giannis was like, give me the ball. And Holiday gave him the ball and he scored because, Giannis saw the mismatch. Brook Lopez does get affected by Giannis because he has to go stand outside. But that's what he was doing anyways. He was doing that for years. If that was really an issue, then he would make it more of an issue. But he understands Giannis is a supremely dominant inside presence. You can't say you're a better playoff team without your 2-time MVP. It just doesn't make sense. Giannis is penciled for 30 points and between 12 and 15 rebounds. I don't know where else you get that. Now, the reason why he gives you these Shaq numbers and it may not be as impactful is because Shaq had Kobe Bryant. He's got Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is not consistent. Chris Middleton is all over the place.
And he's not a Kobe Bryant.
He's not Kobe Bryant, yes. He's all over the place. He does not show the consistency that you need from your second player. He should be like Chris Paul, depending on how you put Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Either way, those guys are supremely consistent. They always give me 20 plus points, especially Chris Paul lately, but Devin Booker gives me the consistent 20 and his peripherals or his other numbers, I'm sorry. And so Chris Middleton may give you 11 points. He may give you 35 points. He may give you 9 points. You've seen the entire line of everything, and I can't trust that. Giannis gives me all these points all the time, but then Chris Middleton gives me 10, and Joe Hardy gives me 14 or something.
And
To
then
win
he'll
this,
turn and Chris Middleton will turn around and give me like 30, like he'll give me 10 last game, he'll give me 30 the next game, and then he'll do it again the next game. He's not consistent.
yeah, he's just not consistent enough for a good team, and it sucks to say that, but the guy's got to get somewhat. He's got to do better. Um, I know he shot 21 shots, but some of them shots are not good to shoot. Very contested. Probably worrying about getting some calls. He needs some calls, man, to see that help go through the basket. When you're shooting 7 of 21, that's 30% right there. They ain't got to do no math. Ain't got to do no calculations. You already know it. And that's a game where he needs to see some free throws. Because I bet you help Mikal Bridges seeing them free throws go in, getting to the basket, around the basket, scoring in the basket, open his game up, open his mind, open wide the C for him, and he started making some threes. Chris Paul too. Every player needs to see his shots going. Chris Middleton was not having a good game. Defensively, he wasn't good. Offensively, he wasn't good. So he's just there. Drew Holiday was good on the defensive end, but he did not score enough points. 17 points. Inefficiency. The name of today's game, as you and me know, is efficiency. How efficient can you be? Giannis was efficient. Devin
Very.
Booker was close to efficiency. If you have made like two more shots, you've been close to being efficient for 25 shots. But he was 12 of 25. So those
He
guys
was
were
efficient
efficient.
from three and from out and from the entire floor, and he
Yeah.
didn't get no free throws because he wasn't
Get no
really
free throws.
aggressive on the paint.
So, yeah, Cameron Payne comes in. Cameron Payne is not the most efficient scoring a volume, but he brings a different dimension. The Bucks have nobody off their bench. They're really basically their starters. Some Jeff Teague, some Connaughton, and
Like like look at the last game. PJ Tucker 34, Giannis 40, Brook Lopez 27, Chris Middleton 41, Drew Holiday 39, and Pat Connaughton 33. Then you got Jeff T with 12 minutes. Then Bobby Portis with 4, Brandon Forbes with 5, and then this no name Elijah Bryant with 18 seconds played. They don't play everybody. They
well,
don't
yeah,
play nobody.
yeah. I mean, most teams don't, but the problem is that Bobby Portis doesn't. He's not going to do much just because of who's on the floor. Brandon Forbes is just a 3-point shooter who comes off screens. He doesn't dribble anything. And who was the other? Jeff Teague, right?
Yeah, Jeff T.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jeff Teague is just he can make the three, he can get inside still. And Pat Connaughton is just a slasher slash 3-point shooter. So if you look, compared to the guys who go off the bench for Phoenix, Phoenix has the best bench player in the series, Cameron Payne, because he can shoot the three, he can get inside, he can run the offense, he can get good shots. And funny enough, they were actually trapping him last night, which was interesting. They trap him because he can go past their big on the screen, but they don't trap Chris Paul because he's obviously slower. They've got what? They've got Torrey Craig, who I don't know if he tore his ACL. We'll have to find out. They have Frank Kaminsky, who can come off the bench a little bit now due to Dario Saric. You got Abdul Nader, you got Cameron Johnson, maybe the second best guy off the bench. Phoenix has the two best bench players off the bench on their team. They're far better than any of the bench players on, Milwaukee, because both
Oh
those
yeah,
guys are
they
actually
are. Yeah, they are for sure. That's why you don't see them play. If they
yeah.
were decent, they'd be playing like 15, 20 minutes, but they don't.
Yeah, I mean Chris Paul always averages under 30. They never play him. They never play him over 30 unless it's a really close game, something like that. Because did he play 30 minutes last night?
He played 41.
41, Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul played 41.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was a close game. But generally, he doesn't play that many minutes because of Cameron Payne. But yeah, Phoenix is the better team because once you get off the 5 starters and you go to the bench, they've got the 2 best bench players, and that's why they're going to win this series. because Cameron Johnson can make threes. And Cameron Payne can make threes. Cameron Johnson can make threes. Those guys would actually be starters on some teams with the way they play, especially the Cameron Payne this year. So, for me, simple thing is can Giannis get some help? Because Skip Bayless wants you to believe that he's gonna have to play better. Even though he gives you 42 points, even though he gives you 12 rebounds, 4 steals, or 3 blocks, he's still got to play better. Well, how about number one? Can Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday play better? Because Giannis is going to need some help. Because Giannis has seen with his own eyes, we can't win if I don't get no help. I scored 20 points in a quarter. We're still down by double digits. I mean, that's got to hurt. And it's just unfortunate, man. This looking like it won't be a series for very long.
And the way, that's what I'm saying. Like the way he's looking, they're gonna get. Where the brooms at in this crib? Because I need them out pronto. The way he's looking, they're gonna get swept into oblivion.
Yeah, it sure look. Excuse me. Yeah, they're gonna get swept. But I will say this, okay? Now, the last question I would have is, let's say Phoenix wins this title. Okay, Devin Booker will probably be the MVP right now, based on his numbers. Maybe it's a close tie. Who knows?
I mean, I would say I would say like Chris Moose said it best. It's 1-1 right now between Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
Yeah. So let's say whoever wins it. We go into the offseason. Chris Paul's already said he's going to forego his $44 million player option for some longer term money. My question is, and also Aiton's up for his new contract. Bridges is up for his new contract too. Do we think that the cheap ass owner on the Suns is going to dole out the money necessary to keep this team intact to go for another championship? Or do we think he's going to say, well, I won the championship. I don't want to pay Chris Paul really the 4-year deal. I could do 3. Maybe Chris Paul decides to, bounce and go to the Lakers, for some money. Because that may happen. So do you think they will keep the same team together, or think they're going to break up?
I think they're going to break up. It's never. It's only a rare occasion, like for example, like the 13-14 Miami Heat. They had the majority of the players that were on the championship team the year before were on that same team. These had a few different pieces. So this team, I believe that they win the title. Some people might get paid, and some people will get let go. So that's off of my some off of some previous experience from looking at teams winning a title the previous season and having the same team, like the Warriors. They had the same team the previous year when they went back to back for the second. When they won their second title, when they went back to back and won their second title, then they did it. Then they went to the finals again and had completely different people. The majority of the same team. So I believe that the main people are going to get paid, and the rest are going to get possibly traded or let go.
Yeah,
I don't because I don't think you would think that you can keep the same team and go back over it and do it again. No, it's not. We're not in Miami no more, man. It's not 2011 where they had like the best 3 people after one of the best 3 people to form a team together and can do that again. No, it's not happening no more. You got so many other teams that are just like Atlanta, for example. Atlanta is a team that can possibly go up to the Eastern Conference Finals again next year. So I believe that they're going to, like I said, pay the people that did their job and let go of the other people that didn't really do much. Whether they had opportunities or not, I mean, that's up to the coach's discretion. The coach gives you the opportunity to play. If the coach doesn't give you the opportunity to play, what can you do? You go ahead and find your way out somewhere find your way on out to another team and see if they'll let you do your thing.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to bring the same team, unfortunately, there. Truly. Probably what's going to happen is I know they're going to lose. Kyle's probably going to leave because a good postseason team is going to look for him. He's a good 3-and-D player. And he's probably the one that maybe Cameron Payne to an extent may leave. But those are two main guys. Chris Paul is a tough one because I wouldn't pay him 4 years, probably 3. Guess make some big guaranteed money. DeAndre Ayton, they're gonna have to pay him. I mean, it would be foolish to put money pinch him. He's a cornerstone. He was a number 1 overall pick, and he would have a lot to do in the championship. Mikal Bridges is up for another contract as well, and based on what he's doing this year, right now, he should totally get in there. But hey, I've seen some strange things. We saw James Harden basically that team break up because the owner didn't want to pay no money. That was really it. Like, yes, I'm sure James Harden wanted to bounce, but James Harden has made some inferences of like, yeah, I would have stayed if they would just pay me the right money. Because at that point, James Harden wasn't the guy. You never know. You never know what guys can be.
Because he was on Scott Brooks had him on the bench for the whole time.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, I would have stayed, but they don't want to pay.
I mean, if it was me, I would have paid him. I would have paid him for his meeting.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Yeah,
we're not in the NBA. We're like we don't know what we're talking about. We don't know what it's like to run a team. So our opinions cannot be taken too seriously because we don't have the background.
Yeah,
but that doesn't not having a background doesn't mean you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And like I said, and I think will CP3 stay if they win? Usually, yeah, but but it's like the rumors are out there saying that even if he do win, he might go ahead and like go to the Lakers or another team. And if he goes to the Lakers, they give him a good contract. They're not going to pursue like Damian Lillard no more. They're not going to even people talking about pursuing Steph Curry. I'm like, Curry's not going to leave Golden State. That's never going to happen. It's not going to happen unless something were to go down. Then he would leave, but he's not going to leave them. And then Bradley Beal rumors pursuing him to stop because you have a Chris Paul. So and if they, well, I don't know if the Bucks lose this series, well, shit. I mean, Giannis already signed a contract, but let's say like this was Giannis's last year on his contract and he made it. Would he stay or would he go?
Giannis would probably stay because Giannis has gone to the finals, and I've always said that if he gets into the finals, he
would probably stay.
Yeah, I mean, those matter. Showing him the possibility of winning here, and he has said it. Everyone wants to win in their home place. To me, I just think, look, it's dope that he made the finals. I do want him to stay there because the NBA needs a superstar, a big name in these small markets. These small market teams need some hope, and so it's good. And making the finals, look, now they need to win the game. They got to win the game. If you don't win the game, then it won't look good. But I do think with Giannis, the special case of Giannis, look at what LeBron, LeBron took him, and I think he left, he left 2 years later. So,
he left 3 years later.
So, yeah, okay. He left 3 years later after they went to the finals in 2007. So, all I would say is this finals appearance gave them about another 2 to the rest of the contract. Like, Giannis isn't going to do the whole, what some guys do, which is force their way out during the contract.
What James Harden did and force his way out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's
we'll
not.
do that one.
So
I think he'll just stay there for sure.
he's not. He's just gonna stick it out and then see what happens in 5 years when he's like 31,
Yeah, man.
and see
He's got
if he wants to
he's
actually
already in his
waste
prime, man.
5 years there.
Yeah, like and plus we don't know if he'll get back. Remember, this year there was no Embiid and Simmons. Embiid was hampered. Uh, the Nets were hampered. Um, the what's his name? The Celtics were a complete disappointment. Now Jalen Brown wasn't there, but they were a disappointment anyways. The Hawks were a very weird team there.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
they've really got like two teams to worry about. I can't put the Hawks there. This was just it just kind of blew up in your face. Oh my God, they're in the finals. They really got two teams to worry about, and they almost lost to the Nets without their main team. So that would get me a little bit scared for how they're going to be when they get their full team.
Mm. So I guess what you call? I guess this will. I guess are we? I think we're good, right? We have nothing else we want to bring
Yeah,
up.
but also, one more thing: the Bucks are shooting
Actually, yeah, I do have
31.1%
some things
from
as well.
three.
I do have some things as
Huh?
well. I mean, you can finish, but I do have some things as well. I forgot.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say that I just was reading, and the Bucks are shooting 31.1% from three during the postseason. They're actually worse than the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA during the regular season, the Cavs at 33.6. So I mean, they are really really bad from three.
They're not a 3-point shooting team though. That's the thing.
They
They're
actually
really not.
the funny thing is that they actually are a good 3-point shooting team. And
They just don't give
are.
me that vibe, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I know they may not give you that vibe, but they shoot a bunch of threes. Look at them. If you look at the Milwaukee Bucks season statistics, I mean, they shot the three well, and they shot a bunch of them. So I'm not surprised when everybody says they shoot a bunch of threes. They do because that's what they are.
Hmm.
All right, well then,
That's
let me know.
interesting. Well, I seen like Dick Sporting Goods, and they have like these Victor Oladipo's like Indiana Pacers jersey going for like $34 right now. I'm like, damn. Like
Well, that's
a bunch of NBA. It's like
what are
a
you saying?
bunch of NBA gear going for going for the low right now. I'm like, damn, man.
Well,
I was like, I was tempted to even get it because it was that cheap.
yeah, I mean, it's small. He's gone, and they're trying to trying to remove all their stock of these certain players. So I'm not surprised.
Oh, well, I was like, damn, man. I was close. I was like, I was contemplating on pulling the trigger because of how cheap that shit is. But I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just wait. You know, no, it's not a. I'm
Yeah,
more of a focus on. You said what?
yeah, no, yeah, you should wait. But I'm just waiting to get some money, so that I can then get my checks. So I can get some hundred these gear on your boy. Look jerked out with that nation gear. Yeah, man, that's all I'm waiting for.
I'm, they do limited drops, so
Oh no,
you
they
gotta
do
get it
not.
while
This
you can get it.
foundation
You
is
gotta
a
get it
main
while you can.
drop. It's for good.
Oh, oh, well, that's
Yeah,
even better. That's even better. I might have to snag one for myself then.
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. They have been trying to create because they understand most people have actually complained. Look, your stuff is good. We would like if it was, you had at least a line where we can all buy and we won't have to worry about the crazy, you know, um, hunger that people come here buying your stuff. So I think it's good. They still can do their jobs when they do their drops, and have that out there. But it's good that they are allowing us to buy their things. People are complaining about the fucking price. The price is fine by me because I trust Nation as a man. I trust in terms of making clothes because this was supposed to be an apparel company anyways. A true clothing company. He didn't even really care about esports. He just got into it, you know, because eventually he was going to. Anyways, but he's a lifestyle brand company. So yeah, it's some good stuff. And you read the reviews of people who said it and felt it. It's good stuff. And so I agree with the price. If you make good stuff, people are gonna buy it. People are buying these things. These were the same prices people were buying for them crazy drops, and then things kept selling out. So yeah, he's correct to make it this price. The customer in the market has dictated that this is a fair price. People are going to buy it.
Oh man, these are okay. Yeah, I mean, I see why people are complaining about the price, but I mean, that's how it is for everybody.
Yeah. Now some brands need to drop their prices because that shit sucks. Okay, some of them do. Do need to drop them prices. They suck. They ain't very good. But all I know, I'm getting that Foundations Windbreaker white one. Get that baby. That's what I'm gonna get. Probably that's what I'm gonna get right there. Foundations Windbreaker because those are good. Probably give me some fleece pants, man. Yeah, man. Gotta do that. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, I gotta get the nylon shorts. You dig?
Yeah, yeah. Those are good too. I don't do crew necks. Crew necks kind of weird. I don't know.
No, I'm straight hoodies, man. Straight hoodies.
Yeah, man. I'm hoodies and the tee. I'm a hoodies and the tee guy. Tees are
And
good.
and a
Hoodies are
long
good.
and a long tee and a long tee.
Oh, yeah. I was
I
looking
know what you
online
call
for
it.
some Naruto
These
shit,
shirts right
man.
here that they got. These shirts right here are like the fucking the Nike dry fit shirts, man. They're priced the same. They're priced at the same. They're priced the same.
Yeah,
Like this, I'm like this is not really a problem for me. I paid like a 35 for a D Wade jersey, the shirt, the T-shirt version.
yeah. I've been trying to look for some Naruto stuff. I swear, some Naruto official merch, man. That's what I need. Or at least some good merch. I'm looking for that shit. Yeah, fuck Old Navy, man. Do I have to really go to Old Navy? Shit.
Is it?
Gender
is it?
neutral, of course.
I mean,
Ew, that's
Old Navy ain't far from me. Old
ew.
Navy ain't far
That
from
is
me though.
ugly. That is look at how ugly that is. Ew, no. That's the most. They fucking printed. They just put the print to that fucking shirt and said, "Here you go." Fuck, man, that's ugly. That is so ugly. Booty cheeks out there, man. Hot topic. Ew, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. I won't take any hot
All the
topic.
shit. I haven't heard of Hot Topic been dead for years.
Yeah, I remember hot topic was the thing. There was like, yeah, hot
Oh,
topic. I was like,
it was.
yeah, it really was. People love hot topic. People used to really mess with hot topic, but nah, most people don't buy them no more. I mean, they still have stores or everything, but it is what it is. But yeah, I guess we're done. Done
Yep.
today.
With that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 113, NBA Finals edition. It is I, the most phenomenal man, that shot assistant, aka the coach, signing out.
And it is your boy going forward. If you enjoyed the podcast, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to look at all the links down below in the description. And enjoy the rest of your Friday and get ready for the weekend for everybody but me who's going to work all weekend. But enjoy your weekend.
And we out this thing.